So here we'll use a straight shaper, like this Rieger shaper, with a piece of gouged and profiled cane. So if you have gouged and profiled cane, you can fold it over the folding shaper, as opposed to using a straight shaper, which is best with just gouged cane. So first thing you'll do, this Rigotti cane comes nicely with the center score line, so it folds all on its own. If your cane doesn't have a score down the center, you can use an easel that has a score marking, or just measure carefully and make a score or fold over a knife. So I'm going to fold it first just to make it easier for me to put it on the shaper. So it goes right on the center, so you can look to make sure that it's centered both at the tip and at the bottom, and fold it over and make sure that it's square and on as far as it'll go. And you put the arms over the cane like so, and then with the Rieger handles there's just a simple slider that locks the arms in place. So you want to get that pretty tight so that it doesn't move when you're shaping. And now, just like with a straight shaper, you go towards the narrowest point of the reed. So we're going to start at the tip, because that's where the widest point is, and get rid of some of the excess so that we can find the tip. And I use a larger knife when shaping on a folding shaper, because you want to be able to get both blades at the same time, and you want to make sure that the angle isn't angled. You want it to be parallel to the side of the shaper so that both blades get shaped the same way, which takes some practice. So here we'll go. And I'm using a Tuneman shaper as well, which has a very distinct narrowest point. So you have to be very careful that you're accommodating the shape that you're using. Get rid of some of the excess on this side. There we go. So right about there is the narrowest point on this shaper, so I don't want to go too far beyond that. So you want to go slowly and steadily, and like with a straight shaper too, I'm using a pretty severe angle to slice along the grain of the cane in order to get the most accurate cut. And once you get to the center, then the pieces should come off on their own. Just a little bit of excess here. Okay, we do the same thing to the other side. You can use a regular knife with this, but I find the regular knife blades get a little bit too thick and make it difficult to get a real accurate cut. So the advantage with a folding shaper like this is that it can be faster than a straight shaper. I usually use a straight shaper, so I'm not as quick at this technique as I am with a straight shaper, because you're shaping two blades at the same time instead of having to do each of the four sides separately. Little bit of extra up here. You can feel with your fingers to make sure that you got all the extra cane off. And then you have a piece of cane that's ready for forming.